its main idea is to describe the creation of the universe by God by the power mainly of the letters of the alphabet.
If a person wants to make a Gollum, all he needs is the Torah. The person has to know the many possibilities of combining the letters in the Torah, and has to know how to combine the letters to apply them to create a Gollum. That knowledge is a mysterious art.
Is that you can start to treat absolutely everything as language. So, you would take like the text of the internet, the way these things are trained is that you would sort of take a sentence, remove some words, try to predict those words, or predict the words that come next. But it turns out you don't just have to do that with text. This works for almost anything. So you can take, for instance, images. Images you can just treat as a kind of language. It's just a set of image patches that you can arrange in a linear fashion, and then you just predict the part of the image that's missing, or predict what comes next. So images can be treated as language. Sound, you break it up into little microphonemes, predict which one of those comes next. That becomes a language. fMRI data becomes a kind of language. DNA is just another kind of language. And so suddenly, any advance in any one part of the AI world became an advance in every part of the AI world. You could just copy paste, and you can see how you get an influx not just of people coming in, but that advances now are immediately multiplicative across the entire set of fields. And even more so, because these are all just languages, just like AI can now translate between human languages, you can translate between many of these different modalities, which is why it's interesting. It's like the field is so new, it doesn't actually even have a unified name for these things. But we're going to give them one, which is that these things are generative. They make large language, we're just talking about language, multimodal, images, text, sound, they're all the same, models. Or for short, these are Gollums.
And Gollums, because in the Jewish folklore, the idea of these inanimate objects that suddenly gain their sort of own capacities, right? This emergent capacities that you didn't bake into the inanimate clay that you might have arranged, right?